Let's discuss parents who make online content featuring their children. Today, I will be focusing more on mommy vloggers because there is a very strong controversy in Mexico about one who did something terrible, right? But in this video, I will not only be talking about that case, but also about other terrible cases that leave me shocked and that every day show me more that these things should not be legal. You know, I feel that in a few years, they are going to set an age limit for you to be teaching your children on the internet, or at least for you to be making money at the expense of your child's fame on the internet. Before starting with this video, that is going to be very strong and that is going to bring many opinions because obviously this is something quite controversial and very talked about. What was it? Yes, right? My intro, right? Hello, good little dogs from good to bad.
Let's look at this case.
Context. The mommy bloggers or couples who make content with their children have existed since the beginning of the internet. Since YouTube exists, there are those people who make vlogs showing their life as parents, right? Showing their children, showing the positive and negative points of being a parent, showing their day-to-day. And that makes many people feel accompanied. I remember as soon as I had internet, as soon as I had a cell phone, Juana Maria, I watched a lot of content from a family that showed their family life. I loved some Americans. I didn't understand anything, but I always watched them. I was super envious of the girl because I always saw the dolls of, well, the Monster High dolls that her mom bought for Jonah Maria. So I'm not against that content as I have consumed it myself. I feel that in most cases it shows when parents do it seeking fame or hanging on to their children. But before we continue, let's talk about something more positive that I really like. Speaking of this, I must share my current favorites. Dossier perfumes. I'm not saying they're my favorites because they're sponsoring this video segment. Even before they found me, I was already buying their perfumes. Literally, my first Dossier perfume was this Amber and Sherry, which I love with all my heart. I literally keep it close to my heart. And I always use it. It's a perfume for everyday use. It smells delicious and it lasts all day. My favorite perfume, as you all know, is Woody Sash. It's my old reliable. If you want to smell good all day and night, it's the perfume to use. It smells delicious. I wouldn't give it up for anything. I've been more faithful to Dossier's perfumes than any boyfriend. Don't mess it up. Dossier offers a wide variety of perfumes. No matter your gender, you'll find your perfect perfume. There are sweet perfumes and perfumes with stronger scents. The best part is that many of their perfumes are inspired and you can find it all there. By luxury perfumes and super popular ones that people are dying to have. You can buy them at Dossier at a more affordable price and they will smell almost the same as the perfume. It will be delicious, and my fear before was that it wouldn't last all day. And Beba does last all day. For example, I talked about Amberly Sherry, that it's inspired by the perfume Lost Sherry by Tom Ford. That perfume costs around $400. You can buy it at Dossier for just $49, but I just checked and now it's only $44. If you want perfume cheaper than that, you can also find delicious options there. My favorite perfume only costs $29, so it's wonderful. You're going to end up smelling luxurious, right? Super rich without having to spend all your money. It's also a wonderful gift. My mom has perfumes that she loves from Dossier, my cousin, my brother. I'm telling you, everyone. So don't forget to go to my link that's in the description to buy your Dossier perfumes, or at least to see if any perfume interests you. And if you've already bought from Dossier and you want to help other people, you can also leave your recommendations in the comments. Let's continue. One of the most famous was this girl named Nicole Agnesi, who became very famous when she got pregnant with her baby, and she started to share everything she was going through during her pregnancy. Then when she had her baby, she was also sharing everything. And a girl who made very similar content is this girl named Marianne, right? At first, she made normal content like almost everyone on the internet, like doing hauls, doing normal trends, you know? She revealed her pregnancy at 5 months and started sharing her experience, including how she found out and her daily life as a pregnant woman. She shared Get Ready With Me videos at 22 weeks pregnant.
Weeks pregnant. Friends, join me in setting up Emma's stroller and car seat. Friends, join me in exercising so that it fits.
Is a natural birth. Then she had her baby and also shared her experience. And she continued to share her daily experience with everything about her baby, right? But what does it matter that something terrible, something catastrophic happened? And it was that a few days ago, she made her separation with her boyfriend, the father of her daughter, public. And what does it matter that that same day or the day after it was revealed that she had pointed? You know? with the sharp object to the new girlfriend of her ex, you know? The father of her daughter. I remember when I saw that news, I couldn't believe it because I had a video of that girl. And the last thing you think is that she is going to be involved in something so strong. I literally froze because look at how her videos were.
Friends, get ready with me while I tell you how.
My childbirth.
Miss
Jackson.
She has already been involved in controversies, including copying from Nicolas Agnesi, the girl I mentioned earlier. Number 2, she allegedly pretended to have bought a house when it was not yet her house. And she was already saying that she had bought that house. Na. And number 3, once she exposed her boyfriend, saying that according to her, her boyfriend was this, her boyfriend was that. And then she said no, that it was false, that she had done it as a social experiment, and then she had to admit that it was true. But that she had decided to continue with her boyfriend, and that's why she said it was false. Something like that. Juana Maria Salas is a girl who was very controversial. And then I found out that she also had a controversy for threatening people. I mean, was she always violent or what?
I'm Maria. Seriously, it's not good to mess with us.
Because, dude, I have a lot of backup and you know it.
Well, she's in jail now, but I think in juvenile jail, you know? In the juvenile jail, as far as I know. Because she is only 17 years old. I didn't realize she was only 17. She looks much older. And well, the crime she committed is terrible because it is said that she scored 12 to 15 points on that person, you know? That in the chest, in the lung, in the neck, in the hand. Imagine that they had to reconstruct that girl's hand and that girl, the victim, you know? The ex's new girlfriend is now in a coma. She's currently in the intensive care unit. It's uncertain if the girl will recover from this. It's said that according to her, she wanted to remove the breast implants that girl had recently gotten. That was supposedly her intention. But I tell you, a complete lunatic. And now it's coming out that she might not go to jail. Number 1, because she's a minor and her charges will be seen as injuries, you know? Not like an attempt of a... but as injuries she caused to another person, and that's why she's not going to jail. And if she goes to juvenile jail, to the minors jail, it's going to be only 5 years. I mean, nothing for the crime she just committed. And a crime that obviously she thought about, right? I mean, I'm not going to admit it. I'm not going to make myself go to jail now. I'm not assuming that it's definitely yes or yes, but according to what her friends say, everything was premeditated because she had already sent messages to that girl threatening her. And number 2, it's clear that she had already planned it because she waited for the men to leave the apartment so she could enter and do what she did at that moment. That is terrible. The worst thing is that there are many people defending this woman on the internet. They defend her because, according to the girl, she was her friend. Because they used to comment on Instagram. And people say, yes, she was an Angela Aguilar. This, the other. That doesn't come into the case. There is never justification to do something like that to a person. Never. She could have been your friend. And she took your boyfriend. There is no justification for doing something like that. Never, never, never. Your boyfriend cheats on you. You have no justification to do that to your boyfriend, or if you cheat on your boyfriend has no right to take your life because you made that mistake or because you did that, you know? The other girl, whether she's a good girl, whether she's a bad person, that doesn't make you a better person. Wanting to take revenge on her by taking her life, that makes you a worse person. The people who defend her seem even sicker to me because you should never go to those extremes, regardless of people saying she deserved it because she was an Angel Aguilar. We're not talking about a meme. That girl is in a coma right now. Other people also justify it by saying that this other girl, Valentina No, what's her name? Valentine is the one who is in the hospital. Marianne supposedly had postpartum depression. Marianne appeared in other videos saying that she does not have postpartum depression. That, according to her, that is, let's see, I'm not going to use the word she used, but according to her, it's something silly for women who say they have postpartum depression, because how are they going to have depression after having such a beautiful, precious baby, having given life to a human being? Obviously not.
And honestly, this cancel me, friends, cancel me. But I mean, postpartum depression is total BS, and I understand how you can get depressed after having a baby. Seriously, it's the thing you'll love the most in life, yet it makes you depressed.
A statement that I find terrible. Because postpartum depression does exist. That you have not experienced it or that you cannot see it does not mean it does not exist. Depression exists. Just because I can't see depression doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because I've never had depression doesn't mean depression doesn't exist. Autism. Just because you can't see that a person has autism doesn't mean that person doesn't have autism. In general, this applies to many things. Obviously, she can also say, I don't have postpartum depression. Yeah, she may have postpartum depression, a time when one is very fragile. You are very weak when you have just given birth to a person. but that will never be a justification to go to those extremes. That will never justify wanting to take someone's life. And I feel that when you do that, you definitely have to go to jail. For your whole life, or at least the majority of life you have, but since she is underage, she will not be judged as an adult, so the most likely is that she spends 5 years in jail maximum, or perhaps she does not spend any time in jail. She has a baby. Literally, all her content was with her baby. And now what is going to happen? Knows it will be raised by its grandparents. It will be raised by its dad, who is also 17 years old. What's going to happen to that baby? That's why you should never ever compare your life with anyone else's. Not even with that girl who appeared to have it all, the ideal life, relationship, and motherhood, free from postpartum depression, and had a natural birth. She's been bragging to everyone about her luxurious new house and all the expensive things she's bought. Don't believe anyone because nobody's life is perfect. My life isn't perfect either. No influencer's life is perfect, especially those who want to show you they have a beautiful one. This isn't the only case of terrible parenting. There's also the case of Mateo Yo Guapo, a 5-year-old boy in Mexico who went viral for his catchphrase. If the boy with big ears says it to you, how will you respond? I don't care. I'm handsome. Well, his parents didn't stop there. It wasn't a moment of laughter. I tell you, I'm not against it if your child says something funny and you want to upload it on the internet for people to laugh. Don't do it, no. But with this kid, they went to another level by making a song out of his phrase. The kid now has a manager and performs at various places, sings, does comedy shows, and makes videos with influencers. He's constantly giving street interviews as hundreds of people approach him to hear his famous phrase.
Matthew, what does it feel like to be so handsome?
I don't care about myself.
You don't care?
I don't care, I'm handsome.
Are you handsome?
You don't care, do you?
Thank you very much.
Hello, can you sing your song? Hello, I am Master Lala. That is not normal. That's not normal. Not even for a child, nor for an adult. Because in truth, fame is not something natural. It's not something that one is born with, like everything there. No, that is something that you have to learn to deal with that over time, right? It's just that for one who is an adult, that I tell you I'm not famous, but sometimes it's overwhelming, you know? Dealing with people's stares, with the opinions of other people, with 1,000 things. Imagine for a child, you know? Imagine for a baby. What is that? What is that? And the worst part is that at a moment when a girl was telling him, oh yes, say your phrase, he said it in a terrible way, right? Super nervous, Matthew.
Are you handsome?
You? What about you? Handsome? You handsome? And me? The parents denied the child's behavior in the video, attributing it to acting, fear, and being cold. However, I don't consider that a valid excuse regardless of the circumstances. Just leave that child alone. Let that child be a child. The parents also make the excuse that this is their child's dream, that their child wants to be a singer, that the first thing their child does is grab the microphone, as if he had seen us in several interviews that the child simply does not want to talk, that the child already, they want him to be left alone. What the child wants is to play with his toy. If the child wants to sing, take him to the room and give him a microphone and let him sing in the room. Why does he have to be exposing him like that? Another case I wrote down here is that of Nurse Hannah, which was last year that she became very popular because, well, that woman in the first place, many people saw her as very dirty because one day she had 17, what's that called? Dirty diapers around her house. And well, she didn't pick them up, but what shocked people the most was that she didn't feed her baby. You know, that she would eat in front of her little boy and never gave him food. Then she started to feed him on camera to show people that she did feed him. But what made her very viral was in a video where they were shopping and his father went to pass him something. He went to pass something to the boy. And well, the boy's reaction, instead of, you know, normal that they're going to pass me something, was to be like this. At this point, they're just a Vegas tradition for us. My husband and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon. If the boy reacted that way, it must have happened before. Like they had already tried to give it before, or they had already given it before at some point, because the boy, his first reaction was like fear. The worst part is that the dad didn't even do that. The dad had a feeling something bad was going to happen to him. Many people on the internet criticized the boy's reaction, claiming it was not a typical response from a child, as if he feared the man would do something to him. They started uploading videos of them doing that to their children so that, well, people could see that it's not a normal reaction from a child. It's not something that comes from within a child. Another thing about that woman was that she said, that she hasn't bought her son a coat because they cost $35 and she's not going to spend $35 on a coat. My goodness, why do you have children? Why do you have children? Do you think children are going to give you everything for free just because you have a child?
No, none.
None of you are good for anything. Another very famous case in the United States was in 2022 with a girl named Gwen Eleanor. And something like that, Juana Maria Bueno, that girl, her mother made content with her, normal stuff, showing off her outfits, the girl eating and so on. And the videos that went most viral for the girl were the ones of her eating. The thing is, the mom started giving her foods that could be misinterpreted, right? But misinterpretation mostly for people who are sick, you know? For people who are sick. Well, she fed her what? Sausages, giant pickles, and so on. And those videos went super viral. They had hundreds of thousands of saves. But the worst part were the comments. The comments were from disgusting men writing horrible things. And the worst part is that the mom was watching. That those videos were reaching a sector that shouldn't. A mom uploaded videos of a girl eating. The TikTok search engine returned disturbing results when searching the girl's name. It's not right for those videos to reach people, you know? Things that should not be coming up next to a baby's name. And the mom still kept uploading that content, right? Because she's hungry for fame, hungry for attention. And what I'm getting at with all of this is that I'm not saying never make content with your children, never upload videos with your children. Of course not, but be careful what you upload because the internet is a public place where all kinds of people can see those videos. Know if your child in the future will accept all the exposure you were giving them when they were young, because there are also many of these mommy bloggers or the same dads who expose that their daughter is having her first period. Super private things, why? You know, fame hungry, attention hungry. In general, take care of your children. If I had a baby, I'm not saying that I would never post a picture with my baby or that I would never post videos with my baby, no. You know, I feel like I would even like it, you know? Talking about that on the internet, about how I feel being a mother, this and that. But another thing is child exploitation, which is what many people do. Share your thoughts about this intense situation in the comments. I'm wearing this pullover right now because, what's it called? I'm taking driving courses and I put on Juana Maria, a teddy bear with its driving license. I'm protesting, right? I send you a little kiss on the Anastasio. Take very good care of yourselves and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of everything I told you in this video? I send you a little kiss. I love you very much. Take care of yourselves. Also comment me video ideas. I will be very aware of the comments, obviously always with respect. If you got to this point of the video, comment me a little sky blue heart to know that you got to this point of the video. See your comment and say you are a true bitch. Yes, you are. I love you very much. Love you. Take care.